Start. Right, for the listener, welcome to...
You love it. You want to do it. I don't care how much you say you do it for a laugh. You want to do it. And no one likes it.
No, you know what I really want? I want you to keep your promises.
What's my promise?
You said you were going to finger my butthole so hard it bled.
Yes, because you keep saying, oh, you're doing your job now, are you? You don't see half the shit I do. Nor should you. You're not qualified to judge.
Well, of course I don't see half the shit you do, because half of nothing is nothing. And you can't see nothing, can you?
You're so funny, mate, aren't you? You're so fucking funny.
Anyway, you want to laugh?
I do.
Actually, I'm disappointed. I'm really disappointed. I did that fucking ideal job thing you told me to do.
Yes, I did it too.
And I was amazed. Where is it? I was. The suggestions coming out were actually pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
No, I did post it on the WhatsApp, you know?
I got a lot more options than you did.
I got 10. And the top 3, and the reason I picked the top 3, because 80-20, this is obviously 80 fucking 70-30, but top one, creative and media.
I got the same one.
Second one, how about this? Second one, construction and trades.
I also got that in my top 3.
And the third one, computing, technology and digital. I was a fucking computer programmer. I was a systems programmer, senior systems programmer with the stock exchange, life.
I didn't get that one. I got managerial as my third one.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
Fucking dope that is.
Did you click on the like the show more thingy where it actually suggested jobs? Because that's where it got funny for me. Because at first I thought, oh, that's not bad. This is where it gets awful. So let me get to the top 3 ones. So for managerial, the top 3 jobs they suggested was office manager, to oversee the day-to-day running of an office or a department, an estates officer for the upkeep of land and property belonging to local councils and public bodies, and then construction contracts manager was another one, and I thought they weren't bad. And then where's the creative and media? This is where you'll find this funny. So I got actor. I then got a commissioning editor who commissions to buy authors' book titles or ideas for publication. And I didn't think that was too bad. But then this is the one that I thought you'd find funny. Copy editor.
Oh my fucking God. Just for the listeners and the watchers of this, Connor is not allowed to write anything for the business because he's practically fucking illiterate.
I'm illiterate by John standards.
Here's mine, right? I've just done mine. Just in the creative media, the extra fucking questions. Advertising arts director. Graphic designer. Music promotions manager.
Oh my God, you've got some of the worst music taste I've ever heard.
When I say these things have improved, I'm obviously wrong.
Yes. Under construction, my favourite one that it told me to be was a road worker. Road workers build and repair roads and motorways. There's no fucking... I'm arthritic. Didn't even ask me if I had a disability. Like, so they're giving this out. I could be in a wheelchair and it's telling me to go be a road worker.
Yeah. Oh shit. I also meant to wear my high visibility vest today, since that seems to be de rigueur.
Yes, that is.
I don't think you can be a serious fucking mentor to the trades unless you're wearing a high vis jacket and a stupid hat.
Oh, of course.
And have a really punchable face.
Not naming names.
No, I thought about a new hashtag for all our posts on LinkedIn. We don't owe 2 million.
2 million mental.
I'll tell you what, I mean, good luck to the bloke. Seriously, I wish everybody well in this line of work. But it's just the humour in teaching others to do what you've done when what you've done is sold a business that owed 2 million. I mean, and wound it up voluntarily. He was at great pains to say he didn't go bust, but it's a distinction without a difference, really.
Yeah, we've always said we're in a grubby business, mate.
Yeah. Not because of construction, but the whole mentoring thing. Absolutely.
Yeah, we've always said our game's a grubby old game. Pretty much every fucking aspect of it is fucking filthy and filled with heathens.
All the way down to my underwear.
That's not very fucking far, mate. You're small.
Well, that's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. I mean, I'm so fucking short. My fucking bollocks actually drag on the floor. Not because I got big bollocks, because I got short legs.
Yeah. I
ain't denying it.
I'm sorry to go back to it, but one of my other suggested jobs was to be in animal care. And
that's not too bad.
No, it sounded quite nice. It recommended I be a beekeeper.
Where did I get these things from?
No idea, but I was like, I quite like the idea of being a beekeeper, and that's just your living.
Have your own apiary.
Yeah, you just go outside, you play with the bees. I'm a shell. Oh, there's Queen Bee over there. Don't want to fuck about.
Having said that, like they use bee stings, in arthritis thingy.
Yeah, I've read about this.
So maybe they're onto something. Maybe they know more about you than you think.
Yeah, maybe. But
another thing is, when you get stung by a bee, it makes things swell, look bigger. So I always thought about having my cock stung a few times. Help me,
Well, anything at your age would help, mate.
You're not wrong. I'm laughing because it's so sad.
The ideas of fucking strawberries and chocolate is no longer a sweet treat for you. It's the idea that, it's an aphrodisiac.
Well, I'm still fucking pleased. As I said before in a previous episode, I'm still pleased if you're waking up with a boner every morning. The minute that stops, you might as well fucking bury me because I don't want to live anymore.
Yeah, I always assumed it'd stop earlier than it did. So you are giving me hope.
Well, I told you about my dad's crusty tissues, didn't I?
Yeah, I've heard similar stories about men on their deathbeds from other people as well. So it gives me hope.
And that is a fucking, there are worse ways to go if you think about it than croaking at the age of 95 having a wank in hospital. There are worse ways to die.
Give me my 12.9-inch iPad Pro on my deathbed so I can watch the porn on a retina screen and I'll die happy.
You won't be able to see. You'll be fucking blind.
Just the noise is enough for me.
Can you imagine it? Those poor fucking nurses. I've got a joke for you. Speaking of nurses, I've got a joke. What's the difference between a nurse and a bowling ball?
No idea.
You only get 3 fingers in a bowling ball.
No, yeah, that's fair enough. It's not wrong. I can't say I found it that funny, though. What's the difference?
You don't know any nurses.
Oh, that is true. Have I ever told you the Madeline McCann joke? Or is it?
Which one? I know a lot of Madeline McCann jokes and they're all fucking funny.
Yeah, but have I said one on the podcast? Is this even allowed?
I don't think so. Like this? Yeah, absolutely.
What's the difference between Madeline McCann and a Lamborghini?
Don't know.
I don't have a Lamborghini in my garage.
What's the difference between a nun and a car tyre?
I don't know.
I've never had a nun go down on me. Move on before we get too disgusting, get ourselves in trouble.
Did you mean it the other way? I've never had a car tyre go down on me.
No, that won't make any sense because obviously I've had a car tyre go down on me.
Okay.
I suppose it would make more sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
I put that one, didn't I?
Yeah, it would make fun.
Can we go back?
It would just the pun of the joke was I've had a flat tyre before.
Yeah, right. Hey, I'm autistic and stupid.
Oh.
I mean, I love Madeline McCann jokes. Some of the memes that come out, like the fucking world reigning hide and seek champion. Fucking
there's
great.
a great one about her bike being fucking pink and rusty. I can't remember it, but
awful human beings we are. It's a little girl who was almost certainly dead.
No, definitely dead, and it's tragic. It is fucking tragic. And her parents, I don't want to get into the conspiracy gate side of things, but fuck me, from what I've read and watched, it's like it's certainly suspicious.
I don't know. I don't know enough about it.
Yeah,
it's easy. When things like this happen, the media like to spin the facts and the details in the most sensational way they can. Now, there's no doubt that leaving your child without a babysitter or a decent, proper carer for any period of time is not a good idea. But the gap from saying that they were then somehow complicit in the child's abduction and possible murder is not an easy one to bridge without facts, hard evidence.
Yeah, this is. I don't trust. I'm going to sound really conspiracy theory right now, but I don't trust the media because they're a business and they're there to sell you clicks to get you to watch their videos, this, that, and the other. I'm painfully aware of that, which means I'm always apprehensive to take the media's word on things, which again sounds strange. I don't distrust the media, but I also understand they're conniving little cunts. However, some of the details around that Madeline McCann case are questionable. However, I do feel like all of those points could easily be counter-argued, such as, one of the big things that people like to get stuck on is the blood. They had her blood in the boot of the car. And it's like, hey, that could be from anything. You've just made a statement there with no context. They could have been out fucking walking. She's fallen over, as kids often do, and they've got back to the car and they've just sat her in the boot. I've been sat in the boot many a time whilst fucking my parents took their shoes off.
Kids are always getting cut, so so interesting one. I don't know if she'll ever turn up. I don't think she'll ever turn up alive. I meant the body will turn up or something, But anyway, moving swiftly on, I suppose, because we better get. We've been on for 10 minutes already. We have 15 minutes. And we still haven't fucking said a word about business. Really? Does
anyone even listen to people? Kid themselves when they listen to podcasts. Oh yes, I'm being productive. I'm listening to grow my business. No, you're not. Most of you cunts trick your line to yourself. You just want something to listen to, and it makes you feel slightly better that it's business based.
Yeah, I suppose we've got the added kind of edge that we're entertaining and fucking funny as hell, even though people don't think so.
Well, your joke earlier was dreadful. That nun joke is awful. Honestly, that's the equivalent of what did the cow say to the farmer?
No.
Yeah. Exactly.
It wasn't that bad.
All right, it's the equivalent of saying what's brown and sticky.
Stick.
Exactly.
When is a door not a door? When it's a jar.
What did the farmer say to the cow on the roof? Get off the roof.
Oh, that's not even funny.
Now you know how I felt earlier with your fucking nun joke.
How can you when you've had elephants in the fridge?
Because nothing else will fit in.
Oh, you got footprints in the butter.
You got what?
Footprints in butter.
Oh.
Oh, I know. I know jokes that I wouldn't dare tell on here.
No, well, I've heard many of those jokes. Many of those jokes. Those jokes are the reason I am so fucked up at 24 years of age.
Well, the really cool thing is this, you say, because I'm in Ireland, I can get away with saying pretty much anything unless it's seditious. Whereas in the UK, if you post a tweet that hurts someone's feelings, you can get yourself arrested.
I know, it's crazy.
How fucked up is that? I mean, it is crazy. Over here, we have freedom of speech enshrined in the Constitution, which includes freedom from being charged with blasphemy now as well since the referendum. The only thing that's not protected by freedom of speech is sedition. And of course, telling Madeline McCann jokes or Captain Tom jokes is not sedition. So we can
what
say
is sedition?
Sedition is basically trying to overthrow the government type stuff.
Oh, okay.
But you can criticise the government, but you can't, for instance, plot to overthrow it. Where in the UK, it's turned into like fucking East Germany it was in the Cold War. You get arrested for hurting people's feelings. How fucked up and pathetic is that?
Honestly, I'm waiting for the KGB to come knock on my door any day.
Well, that'd be Russia. You're thinking of the Stasi.
Yeah, I am. I'm thinking of the Cold War era.
So anyway, better get on with that. Yesterday we were talking about your indisputable worth, making yourself appear like your clients, potential clients, lucky rabbit's foot. And no, sorry, we're talking about irresistible outcome, aren't we?
I was waiting for you to realise this is a shambles. This is the most shambolic one we've done.
It is. Oh, fuck it. It's free. It's not like we'll be fucking charging for it, is it? So, anyway.
Well, we will be doing these live in the Facebook group in a couple of weeks' time.
Oh, when we starting that?
Probably 15 days.
Okay.
Why the hesitation?
Oh, because I'm just thinking, why are we not doing it today? I mean, what's the hesitation?
There's reasons.
Are you going to share those reasons with me?
They're reasons to be discussed offline.
Okay, right. Okay, let's crack on then. What I really meant to say was your irresistible outcome, the thing you can present yourself and sell yourself on without going about your thing itself or the price or indeed the results you get. And how do you know what this is? Well, it's actually really fucking straightforward, even though most people won't do it. Not can't, yeah, they just won't. And that is just ask questions and listen to the answers.
Yeah.
You know, it's and I'm not, yeah, I mean, the answers themselves are not quite as straightforward as you might think they are. Well, they are, but they're not obvious, I guess. Like most people, when they ask questions about what they want to sell, they will go onto things like LinkedIn and Facebook and say, I've got this great idea for a product or a service. How much would you be prepared to pay for it? Those are not the kind of stupid fucking dumbass questions I'm talking about. When you ask that kind of fucking question, you get people telling you they won't pay anything for it or a very low amount because no one wants to pay anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? If you want to know what your irresistible outcome is, you need to speak to your clients and basically ask them, once you've done the job, and I guess we've all got past clients unless you're a startup, ask them, what is it you got? What did you get from it? What did we do for you? What did you work with? What was the great benefit? And then what they'll start doing at first is talking about things. Oh, it's great. The business is much better now. We start making more money. Well, that's not it. All my relationships are a lot better with my wife now, or whatever it is, or the house is a lot better. That's not it. What you have to keep doing is saying, yeah, and then what? What did that get you? And eventually you get to the point, I mean, I think in NLP, they call it going up to the values or something. It might be stacking or something. But essentially you keep asking the question until you get up there and they start talking about almost abstracts. Gives me a sense of achievement. Things that you can't measure, just in case you don't know what fucking abstract is. So you move away from the concrete, which can be measurable objectively, to the subjective. Well, that's when you start hitting the outcome. I get a much better relationship with my wife. We're having more sex. We're happier, more satisfied. Well, you can measure sex, of course, because you just count how many thrusts you get in. But you can't count satisfaction. It cannot be measured except subjectively by the person who's feeling satisfied. Once you get to that kind of level, that's when you're hitting the real answers on the head. That's when you're getting the information you need. And it's really a matter of doing it. But of course, most people don't. Now, we have a process in place, as you know, to ask our clients. I mean, we know what their outcome is because we've done it so many times, and it will be different from people to people. We've been it for so long with so many people. We've got a fair idea what kind of fucking ballpark people are in when they join us, and that's what we sell it on because we're not stupid. But we still have a process in place where Holly will get them on a fucking Zoom call like now and ask them those questions and say, "What did you get from working with us?"
Yeah,
we do this as a matter of course, and everybody could, everybody should, but very few people do. What they do is they get a customer satisfaction survey and they'll ask stupid things like, would you refer us to someone else? Well, that's not really giving you the information you want.
No.
Well, not the information you need anyway. The information you need is things like, what is it you actually got from us? Keep chunking up. That's what they call it, chunking up to the next level until you start hitting these abstract ideas of the big life stuff, you know. And they've all got it.
Yeah, in the last 3 months, it was within the last 3 months, we had a couple of clients in foundations, didn't we? Struggling to really get to the center of why people buy from them. So they and keep buying from them over and over again because they wanted that to be the core of their marketing message whilst they market, you know, the outcomes they provide. And you very swiftly and quickly went at, you know, we've got a series of 5 questions.
5 or 6.
5 or 6 questions. You slung it over to them and we followed up with them in a couple of weeks and they all said, yeah, got straight to the center of why people buy from us. We finally understand the irresistible outcome we provide and they're all doing far better for it.
Yeah, I mean, and those questions, obviously we're not going to tell you people what they are, because if you want to know that, then you have to join us and pay us for it, you fucking tight-fisted cunts. But those questions, they're not accidental, and they're, you know, there's a lot of work gone into those questions to elicit the answers we need. But that's part of the magic we kind of give people. You know, it's almost as if, Connor, almost like we know what the fuck we're talking about. You know that?
Almost. However, I tell you one thing we're shit at: getting graphic designers to do good work.
Oh, please, can we not? You'd think it was easy, wouldn't you? You'd think.
How hard is it to draw something pretty when all you've done is draw pretty things all your life?
Have we paid anyone yet? I mean, have we actually paid those people yet?
We've paid people and got refunds.
No, I mean the latest one.
No, not yet.
It's fucking terrible.
We're waiting for a few more designs to be submitted. It was like Campbell's soup, wasn't it? And then there was one that was like I'm pretty sure I've seen that logo in fucking when I went to Spain, and it was like a fake Ferrari polo shirt. That was the far left one. And then the far right one looked like the car mat.
I think if anyone's listening to this, by the way, if you're a graphic designer or some kind of branding expert, by all means get in touch with us, because all we want is a simple fucking logo that doesn't look like it's been shat at by a monkey. I'm afraid these logos we're getting look like they've been shat at by monkeys.
Yeah, well, we've got a few more designs to be submitted before the end of the week. And I'm not sure we want to deal with brand specialists in particular. I just want some cunt that's got an eye for design. I've spoken to brand specialists before and it's nauseating. John, you'd end up figuring out how to punch someone through a computer screen. You'd figure it out. Brand specialists that I spoke to are nauseating. There's a few brand people out there that actually fully understand direct response marketing. They're just capitalizing on the buzzword that is branding, that is hot right now. However, branding for the most part is, yeah.
Oh,
Built by Dan Kennedy is awesome. I recommend everyone reads that. Direct response brand design or something like that. What was the name of the title of the book? That was a shambolic attempt.
Oh, fucking just Google it. Dan Kennedy branding book.
Dan Kennedy. No BS brand building by direct response. Fucking genius. And I love it because it barely talks about branding. It just says what we've always said, that your branding is a byproduct of your marketing, essentially. And he just says focus on these areas of your marketing in particular to help you build that irresistible brand.
In terms of selling shit and like your irresistible outcome, your brand is so far down the fucking chain, it's not even funny. I remember speaking to a lass, she was a life coach of all things. It wasn't Vicky, it was someone else. She came to see me in my office in the UK. And the first thing she said, she had no clients yet at all. And her prices were pitched at somewhere near the bottom because she was new. And I just rolled my eyes. But she'd found, and again, bearing in mind this is at least 15 years ago, she had managed to find 3K to find a branding expert to help her.
Oh my
that creates and promotes her brand. And I said, this is insane. You've got no money, you've got no clients, you've got nothing to sell. And you're spending 3K on a fucking brand.
I've spoke to friends in startups and whatnot before, and the first thing they think they need is a branding expert and a website builder. And it's like, no, you need fucking sales. That's what you need.
And
you
something to sell.
Yeah,
and I'm not talking about necessarily a product or a service. You need an outcome to sell. To sell the shit on the back of your outcome that you're giving people. Now, when we start talking about these things, what I find is people then commit what I call the deadly sin of marketing. The number one sin. I mean, there are several sins. There's being boring, all those kinds of things. But the real sin of marketing is what we call solipsism, where you imagine, it's like projection. You imagine that because you don't like something, or you feel a certain way, everyone else feels a certain way. And this doesn't just mean you tend to miss the outcome thing. Because to say a master carpenter, to him or her, what they deliver, what they get from the job will be an immense amount of satisfaction of a job so well done, a perfect fucking joint, perfectly put together piece of kit, beautiful craftsmanship, all that kind of stuff. That's what they get from the work. But what the client gets from it is something completely different. But it's solipsism to believe that what we get from it is what everyone else gets from it. Or to turn it the way around, is what we get from it is what other people cannot get from it. People's attachment to their own feelings is insidious because it stops them from marketing effectively for the most part. They won't write an email maybe or post something on LinkedIn because it might be offensive. I wouldn't like people to say that about me or about my work or anything, so I'm not going to say it either. Well, it's really about appealing to your clients. It may be that what appeals to you does not appeal to your clients, or indeed what appeals to your clients does not appeal to you. That shouldn't stop you using it. In the same way as I said before, the guy who owns Pedigree Pet Foods does not eat Pedigree chum. He does not eat his own fucking dog food, and nor should he.
Have you explained what solipsism means? Yeah.
If you've been listening, yes.
No, I had to mute. I had a fucking spam caller, but I was worried it was the hospital. I'll be honest, I'll hold my hands up. I had to Google what it meant.
Read it out for the idiots who listen on the.
But I don't think they'll understand the definition. The view or theory that the self is all that can be known to exist, essentially just being a self-centered, not selfish, self-centered.
Well, it's the root of projection as well. I'm feeling this way, so everything else falls in line with my view of the world. So other people feel this way too, and it's manifestation. I guess it's certainly in recent times is everyone's feeling X about COVID, and no, we're fucking not.
Yeah.
In my own talking about autism yesterday, just to carry on from that a little bit, a very common thing in autistic circles is for certain autistic people to project all their struggles onto all of us. In my experience, the autistic community is generally a bunch of fucking whining little shits.
Yeah.
Because they seem to want someone to take care of them all the time, and it's not like that. I struggle, same as they do. But I've grown up a little bit, and I fucking realise it's my responsibility to fix it. But they love to get together and say, well, we're autistic, therefore we all feel this way. Let's all join the cause. There is no fucking cause to join. I've never been one for causes.
Causes suck.
Causes fucking suck. Well, the thing is, in every single cause, there's no such thing as a cause, because all it is, it's a bunch of people together who share one idea. Then when that idea is realised, say in a revolution, that's when the fractures start, because they get what they want, or what they get part of what they want, and they realize, now where do we go?
I wanted that, but not like that.
Yeah, exactly. And well, I want this, and I want this on top of it. This is why I don't buy into the idea of intersectionalism either. All these fucking minority groups all wanting the same thing, because they end up fucking hating each other.
Mm.
This is why revolutions always fall apart.
Yeah, because there's no.
Well, there is no common cause. Not really.
Well,
causes are just a bunch of people who are compromising on a central idea against a greater evil in their eyes.
Yeah, and then everyone has different interpretations and ideations about how it should be dealt with.
So yeah, solipsism is a huge sin. And following on from that, this is directly as well. I mean, it's immediate cause and effect. This is why it's a sin and it's solipsism to think you can choose your own value. You don't choose your value. You choose your price. Absolutely. You get to say what you will and you will not sell something for, whether it's product or service. Absolutely. You 100% get the right to do that. What you do not have the right or the ability to do is to say to someone else, but this is only worth so much to you. Now, I mean, objectively, I could say to a client, there's no point in engaging me to write this sales letter because it won't make you the kind of money you want to make. You're selling paper clips. That I can say, but what I cannot say is what the intangibles might be if he or she has an outcome, because it might be as simple as they want the kudos of having said they work with the evil boy genius to write their sales letter. You know,
often it can be that,
and it can be. I mean, I'm not suggesting that anyone's ever said that about me, but they've certainly said it about Dan Kennedy.
Yeah, just to say they have.
Yeah. And that is a valid thing. When you don't get to choose how other people view the value of what you sell. You just don't. You can't. You don't have the ability or the right to do so. So when we've got that guy who emailed me today, one of our guys, who just had his best month ever in his showroom, 25k net profit on a turnover of 85 grand. That's a huge margin. So about 30%.
Yeah, far higher than
in a showroom, which is opened in July in the middle of a fucking pandemic. If people can see those results, let me read it out actually, because I'm just justifiably proud of this fucking result we got for him. You know, he's done the work, but we showed him how to do it. So if you're listening to the fucking podcast, listen to this and then think, shit, why am I not working with these guys? He said, just had a record month for the showroom since it started in June last year, brackets considering we are shut and can't let anyone in, close brackets. 85k turnover, 41k gross profit, 25k net profit. So almost 50% gross profit and about 30% net. In a pandemic, in a showroom, he can't let anyone in. When he can get people in there, it's going to go fucking nuts.
Yeah, gangbusters, fucking gangbusters. He's put his head down. He's listened to exactly the shit we spout. He's implemented it in an incredible, admirable way. And we get sent the shit that he uses. Can't speak about it too much because I think he once said,
"You want to know this stuff? You fucking pay us."
Yeah, he was like, tell me if anyone in my area that does these things wants to get involved.
Oh, here's the thing, you see.
He said he'd pay more, didn't he? I'll pay more to stop him coming into the group.
Yeah, he did. And you know, people listening to this might take umbrage because we won't share this, but I'll be fucking upfront about it. You want that level of detail from us, you pay us. Because that's what he's doing, and he's just done his fucking record month at 25k net profit on a showroom he can't even have anybody in, opened in June. So, you know, that's the kind of results we can get for people because of the way we do things. Now, the reason I mention him is because he's selling, for instance, bathrooms at 7k, which other people sell at 4k. Like for like, they're equivalent. May even be the same bathrooms, I don't know. The reason he can do that is he's broken this link between the thing and what he charges for it. Most people will say, oh, that's got to be 4k because it maybe cost me 3k to provide it. Making more than £1,000 profit is somehow wrong. And other people aren't making that. Therefore, the gang rate is 4k. Bullshit. It's bollocks. I would have charged 7k for it, and he does. And no one has the right to say that's not worth 7k to that person who's just paid it. You were done. No, you weren't. You can't. This is the thing. You cannot possibly be cheated if you sign a contract, assuming the contract is honoured, because a contract requires three things to be valid in law. One is full disclosure. 2 is consent, and 3 is consideration. Meaning it has to be, something has to go both ways. Well, when a bathroom is sold, there is consideration. Bathroom goes one way, the cash goes the other. All right. The full disclosure, well, that's just everything's up front. There's nothing hidden. Those things are pretty much a given. Very few people cheat on that kind of thing. The important word here is consent. The seller has consented to sell that bathroom for 7K, and the buyer has said, yeah, I see what I'm getting with full disclosure. I consent to give you 7K. That's the consideration I'm prepared to pay back your way. You cannot, as long as the bathroom installer does what he says he's going to do, you cannot possibly be ripping someone off because there is consent involved. Now, stupid people don't understand this because they assume, oh, I can decide that that's worth only 4K because that's what other people are charging, and you shouldn't pay more for that. Well, you want to think that way, fine, but you don't get to decide for other people. You don't get to tell someone that's not worth 7K, therefore you can't pay it or you can't charge it. That's none of your fucking business. Go fuck off, sling your hook. Now, people are stupid when it comes to pricing.
Yeah, and this particular geezer in question has been very bullish with his prices. They are very, very rapidly approaching the top end, and there's been a few new things in the way to allow him to charge even more. However, all along the way, anytime he has experienced any price resistance, he didn't even want to step back with the prices. Instead, he focused on the experience and the stuff he's doing with the way he nurtures the prospects he's attracting after hard qualification, the way he's delivering the action plans to people when most people deliver quotes.
Yeah, a quote, and it'll be written on a fucking scruffy piece of paper pushed through the letterbox late on a Friday afternoon. Nothing short. We're not going to say what this guy does, but he doesn't do that.
Yeah, and a lot of this is the way he's interpreted the words that leave our mouths, and he goes, I heard you say this, I've done this, what'd you think? And we go, fuck me, too fucking perb.
Oh, imagine how much better it'll be when he's written his book as well. Oh, I'll just let something go there.
No, you did let something go.
Leave it in, Marvin, because no one will write the book unless we show them how. They just won't.
No, and people think, oh, that's far too much work. Far too much work. I love it. You're back on the book train just because you're fucking getting closer to finishing ours. You've kept very quiet whilst you've been stalling on ours.
I've not really been stalling on it. I've been busy doing other things, and also we went.
Yes, I know, but that's not fun. You're a lazy cunt is far more fun than actually explaining the strategic reasons.
I am not a lazy cunt. I'm just a cunt, all right? I'm not lazy.
Evil bald cunt.
So yeah, it's you only get to choose your price. You don't get to choose your perceived value.
It should be fairly obvious.
That's really fucking huge, that is. I saw this morning that I'm a member of a couple of Facebook groups I don't really have much to do with, but there was one in particular. It's about writing, good writing. And for some reason, one of the ladies in there, she's wants to increase her prices with a client she's been working with for several years. Wants to put the prices up for April. And she's asked them about going on a retainer. They just ignored her. And she's looking for inspiration. What words can I use to give a message if I want to increase my prices? Now, I've not chimed in. I'm not going to because she's not paying. I just can't be bothered. But I also know that this isn't me being mercenary. I also know the advice I would give her and the words I would give her, she wouldn't use them.
No.
Because she's too timid. Because my advice would essentially be, you tell them that this is happening, and if you don't like it, you can go elsewhere. Not, is it okay if we put the price up? No, okay, we'll carry on the way we are. She won't do it.
You have to embellish business.
Well, yeah, I mean, this idea that you have to, this does my head in as well. This isn't the 1 minute hater or a rant, but it could be. I've seen it often enough on LinkedIn. And it's completely wrong. It's absolutely unequivocally incorrect. You have to be prepared to negotiate your pricing.
What?
That's what people say.
You have to be prepared.
Yeah. You have to be flexible on your prices. No, you don't.
You fucking idiots. Take
absolutely
a step
not.
back.
You can be flexible on what you deliver. If someone comes to you and says, I want this, I want a marketing package to me, and I say, okay, 50K minimum fee. Don't have 50K. I won't do it for 30. they say I've only got 30k, I might say, well, you can. This is what you can get for 30k. Pro rata, it's the same price, but you get less. Yeah, that's not a negotiation on price. That's a negotiation on delivery.
Yeah,
and package. What I would never say is, well, all right, we'll do a mate's rate of 30k because the money's there. I wouldn't do that. No. You do not have to negotiate your price. I refuse to. Absolutely. I actually had a. This is true, by the way. If anyone listens to this is true, and I'll be saying more about it and using documented evidence without naming people. I got an email late on Friday and also a LinkedIn message from someone. And this contact came to me through my Unapologetically Autistic blog. So he'd hunted me down, and it was a website guy saying, you've worked for this guy before, gave me his name, and he wants to work with you again. This guy is in the States, and we're going back at least, I think it may have been before we came to Ireland, so it's at least 15 years. 15 years ago, I did some work for him. He loved it. And he's hunted me down because he's obviously found me on the autistic blog and then on LinkedIn and messaged me. And he says, the budget is negotiable. And I sent back a video and just said, I mean, your budget might be negotiable, but my prices aren't. And I told him it was, what he was asking for was a minimum fee of €15,000 on up. And if that wasn't enough, if that was too much, then fine. I've not heard back and I probably won't. And that's perfectly okay. I do not negotiate on price ever.
I do not negotiate.
And I won't be following up either because I'm not that bothered. I just don't care. I'm not prepared to do what they wanted me to do for anything less than 15k. And it would have been more because that was a starting point.
Yeah.
So,
people just want to take the easiest route, and people find it far too scary to figure out how to handle objections, because that's all it is. How to say no, and here's why you'll pay me this. It's far easier for people to go all pussy feet, paper hands, and go, oh, okay, yeah, we can negotiate the price, and then feel like they've got a win out of it because they've managed to secure a sale, even though they've just discounted fucking 20% off the price, and goodness fucking knows what that will do to their profit margin.
Well, apart from anything else, if I was to do that, just say I did, I gave him a discount because his budget was negotiable, which actually means I want to negotiate the price for anyone listening who's not quite clear about that. How would that then reflect on my work with, say, Christian, who I don't give a discount to? A friend and client I've been working with for at least 10 years who pays me full whack. What would happen then? What would he think then, do you think? And you might say, well, it doesn't matter what he thinks, and that's true to an extent because I'm not responsible for his feelings. But it would be extremely disrespectful of me and a complete lacking in integrity to be treating a valued long-time client one way and giving some Johnny come lately a discount just because he said I want to negotiate price. No, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
But of course, like you said, most people just don't have the courage to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, they chalk it down as a win without fully understanding the ramifications a decision like that can have. And also, it's just, I don't want to use the word dishonorable, but I just wouldn't feel right doing it and charging this person one fee and this person another fee for the same work.
I agree with you. It is dishonorable. I mean, I think dishonorable is a good word. I think it's the appropriate word too.
As much as it is, I remember someone saying to me, won't you put your prices up even further? But then what you do at the very last minute, you tell them you're doing 50% off, and then that's your actual price. And then you're less likely to get questioned about it because you've already given the discount before they've asked. It's like, I don't want to deal with that sort of person.
No. Well, here's the thing, you say, we mentioned this last week. I don't think we went into detail about it, and it's probably worth mentioning now, even it's a bit of a digression. When you sell perpetually to discount, not only do you train people to want to expect stuff for free often, and they resent it when you try and charge full price, what you have to do is you get people just waiting.
Yeah, for discounts.
Because they know it's coming. I do it myself because I've been trained myself by people. I buy various supplements, mostly legal online. The illegal ones, by the way, if I was to buy illegal ones, they would never be discounted. Let's be clear about that. But the other ones which are legal, which I do buy, they are always discounted at some point. So what I do, like say protein and caffeine, things like that from a couple of websites. every now and again, they'll go on a 30%, 50% discount offer. And that's when I buy a load in bulk. I might as well.
Yeah.
I never buy it full price from those places because I know there's going to be a fucking discount coming. And then the whole thing becomes meaningless. There's French Pod 101. I mean, I'm learning French, as you know. Well, they perpetually have one offer or another. And when you crunch the numbers, they all come to about the same. So again, I would never buy full price from there or anywhere like that because I know they're going to have a discount at some point. And I'm not that bothered, and the marketing isn't that compelling that I need this right now. So I just wait for a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
I know it's good. And I've been trained. It's their own fault.
Yeah, me too. If I need something or desperately want something, I'll buy it there and then, whatever the price. Doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
However, for example, when it comes to sportswear, for example, I just will never buy it full price. I can't bring myself to do it because I can see from my office window the Spinnaker Tower, which is where Gunwharf Quays is, which is an outlet store. So I'll go online thinking I need a new, workout top or something to go for a jog in. I'm not even going to call it a run. And it'll be there for 60 quid. And I'll just be like, well, I know I can go to Gunwharf and it's an outlet and I'll probably get it for about 35.
Yes.
Like, well, all I want to do now is buy Adidas gear at a discount. I can't bring myself to buy full price Adidas stuff anymore, apart from, I tell a lie, they're limited edition Copper Mundials. Every time they go up for sale for my football fans, I got those, for any football fans that are here, I got the limited edition white ones, and they do not come at a discount. They are expensive.
So, you never get a discounted Lamborghini, do you? Or a Rolls Royce?
No.
They don't do special offers on Porsches, I'm sure.
No.
And if you must do special offers, add more, don't take away from the top.
Yeah.
Anyway, 1 minute hate, because I need to get going.
Yeah, me too.
Some of us have got things to do, Connor.
Yeah, I've got things to do. That being said, my girlfriend's coming over, so
what, coming over yet?
Before any of you COVID cunts start going, meh, bubbles still exist, pricks.
She's coming over you, is she?
Hopefully, gushing.
That only comes to me, mate. So does your mother.
Good. I'm glad someone does. She wouldn't with me. I tried my best with my mum, but fucking hell, she went, "You're just like your father and your brother." I was like, "What?"
That's what I said to both my daughter's boyfriends. I saw her family before you did. I fucking cleaned shit out of it.
I wouldn't know how to feel if my girlfriend's father said that to me. Especially, he's about your height, but far more timid. My daughter's boyfriends are righteously afraid of me. That's a Freudian slip, isn't it?
My girls' boyfriends have always been righteously afraid of me. Holly's got a thing for tall blokes. So Ryan was 6'7", Danny was 6'4". But most men are taller than me. But they're all afraid of me because they know you do not fucking hurt John's daughters. You treat them like princesses, otherwise he will kill you. He will find you and he will kill you because there's nowhere on God's green earth far enough away to escape his wrath and retribution if you hurt them. I don't even have to tell them this. I don't even tell them this. I'm perfectly pleasant to them, but my daughters tell them. My dad will kill you if you hurt me. I'm really pleasant to them. I mean, they're all decent guys. I've brought my kids up well, but they are righteously afraid of me, as they fucking should be as well. Anyway, 1 minute hate.
Should we do the 1 minute hate, Mr. Liam Nielsen?
Exactly that, yeah. Exactly that.
Hey Siri, start a timer for 1 minute.
1 minute. Starting now.
Right, talking about fucktards who talk bollocks about the algorithm on LinkedIn. The algorithm, there is no such thing. One, there will be several of them. There is not just one algorithm. There are several ways, several processes running to determine who sees what, when, and how. That's the first thing. Second thing is to reverse engineer how an algorithm works. Just by looking at its outputs is what's called in mathematics an intractable problem. It's almost impossible Okay, this is why we have the whole fucking rigmarole of the Enigma machine. If it was easy to do this, we wouldn't have had Alan Turing with all these fucking bombs and things. BOMBES, by the way. We wouldn't have had any of that. We wouldn't even have fucking computers these days, probably, because he invented the damn things to reverse engineer the fucking Enigma machine. No, the people who say, I know how the LinkedIn algorithm works, are talking out of their fucking arseholes. They are spewing shit. They have no idea. They are not mathematically inclined at all. They're not even fucking taking data and looking at it objectively. They're just making a few fucking biased observations of what they seem to think, and it's just not.
I love it. Hey Siri. Hey Siri.
Stop going on about it, Siri.
It can't hear you, bless. Oh, yours did though. I heard that ding. People are idiots. I swear pretty much the too long didn't listen to every podcast could just be people are stupid. Yeah. Stop being so ignorant and stupid.
All right, crack on then. So, what do I need to tell them, Connor?
You need to tell them that they need the business accelerator in their life.
All right. So, yeah, if you want to make more money with less work, less hassle, and fewer headaches, and attract better clients and sell to them higher fees, and have it all delivered to you with a pipeline, which itself is filled off in the background and hands off, then you need the business accelerator, because it'll help you do all that. Yes, there's more to it, there always is, but in 80-20 terms, that is the 20% of shit you need to do to give you about 90% of the results. All right, Business Accelerator 2.0, specifically for the trades. And all you need to do is to go to ottpodcast.co.uk, and it's right there in your face. You can also get every fucking episode of the podcast there as well. That's it. In the meantime, stay inside. No, stay safe, stay inside. Wash your hands. Please do not talk bollocks about the LinkedIn algorithm, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And do not shit on your fingers. Bye-bye.